Tales from a Sex Store. I'm Hazel, and tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the late night visit to the sex store. A lot of times we get people in from the bar, and I always wonder exactly what happened that brought them in after being at the bar. And we get a lot of people who tell us, right? Sometimes they're out with their girlfriends and they have been talking about sex and talking about toys, and they've gotten all excited about it. And finally, they're like coming to a place in their conversation where they're talking about specifics. And someone gets really excited because somebody doesn't have this kind of toy. And in that exchange, that sharing, it becomes a mandatory stop after the bar to pop in and treat yourself to something new and exciting, to spice things up for yourself, right? You hear that term, spicing up your sex life, in regards to trying not to fall into a rut with a partner, but we can fall into ruts with ourselves. And I think it's important that we do spice things up for ourselves. All by yourself, you deserve to have nice things. You deserve to be treated nice and feel good. So if you're in a place where you are finding that self-pleasure has become mechanical, prescriptive, maybe you should treat yourself one of those nights where you've got a little extra time and a little extra energy, or you've had an extra hard day. That night where you wish that somebody would lay you back and rub your feet, maybe give yourself a foot bath, or take a bubble bath, or light some candles, and treat yourself to an extra special night with yourself. We've also had a lot of people come in who are just howl at the moon rowdy, right? Rambunctious. They have finally worked up the courage to come into the shop, and they've got feelings about it. They've got a bunch of hesitation about coming into the store for one reason or another, whatever it is. They have been in a place where they knew that they needed something, where they knew that they wanted something, but they were so stuck that until that liquid courage hit, they were unable to come into the store at all. It's so easy and so accepted in the scripts that we have to make fun of sex toys and the sex store, to separate yourself from any potential of being criticized. And those fears can make it really difficult to come into the store and get your needs met. But since they've made it into the store, they don't really want to make it a quick experience. They made the trip, they've got the courage, and they want to look around, but they also end up making tons of commentary on things that they're super excited about, but also really afraid of. And it all comes out. It's just a big emotional explosion. Totally makes sense, right? It's rough out there. Between there not really being a lot of ways for adults to make new friends, which makes it hard for adults to date. Dating apps are a disaster. We all know this. Going to the bar is kind of the best, most forward socialization structure for adults these days. We need to have more adult playgrounds. We have adult toy stores. We need to now have adult playgrounds. And I don't mean sex areas. I mean places where adults can go for free to hang out and have fun and socialize. Places that have interactivity baked in. Going to the beach is great, but we always go with our friends, the ones that we already have. You never really just join people to play frisbee or barbecue, whatever. Same thing with going to your standard park. But when you add, say, calisthenics equipment to a park, communities seem to form around these calisthenics parks. The regular people that just hang out and play on the equipment end up making friends. It's not the same as the gym. You go to the gym, you do your routine, you go home. But at a calisthenics park, it's unstructured. You can hop around on the jungle gym, or you can do one of the machines. You can commune in nature, or at least outside. Calisthenics parks are not always in parks, I guess, but it seems to go hand in hand from what I've seen. I just think that we need more adult playgrounds. We need to have tetherball. You know what I mean? Like, people just need to have toys. Adults need more toys because dating isn't working right now. And the toy shop is a great place to go to get a toy, but it's not really the best place to go to just be rowdy. And it's important to go get your wiggles out. We need to start to create community as adults who play. I think having a robust library system creates a lot of opportunity for community events. There are Tai Chi in the Park events and readathons and crafting groups and all sorts of things that are hosted at or through the library. If you have any ideas for ways to build community, you can do them at a library. Adult crafting is a big deal. A lot of people like to crochet. A lot of people like to do woodworking. I've seen some really cool hacker spaces and community crafting spaces that are multi-trade, a place where you can go that has all sorts of things: a crochet group, a mechanic's garage, a carpentry shop, a sewing class, like that in a smaller space. So you have to share space. And in a space where you have to share space, you have to negotiate for that space. And the more you're there doing your crafts around other people who are doing crafts, the more you end up talking to people. I think hacker spaces are a genius way to build community. The way that I've seen hacker spaces organized that make them super accessible is when everything is free as long as you contribute. And they don't have to always be equal, but it's really nice when you don't have a lot of extra money, but you can still go do a project. And if you're going to do a project, you might as well do a little extra and leave it for the next person to have an extra thing. If you're going to go sew a pair of pants, maybe leave the pattern and some extra material. Or if you're going to go do yarn crafts, leave your extra yarn that you're not in love with. If you're going to go build a little free library, leave your extra lumber and fasteners. You can contribute without having to dump a bunch of money into it while still getting access to these spaces. It's a playground for adults, and we just need more of them. We need more playgrounds. It's a thing that we need to be healthy, is to have community. And having healthy community and building healthy relationships, it's not all about sex. And in my opinion, the more a person has an established community that satisfies them, relationships will happen as long as they are continuing to build community and make connections. So having spaces where people from all walks of life can float through and do things that they love, it makes that opportunity that isn't based around the business of alcohol, but instead is based in creativity and community. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. We need more spaces for creativity and play as adults that encourage us to socialize. I guess the point that I was trying to make in all of that is the more we have a robust community of people that is open to the idea of self-expression and play, that give us access to potential partners and healthy conversations, I think that that supports a mindset where we don't abstain from getting our needs met to the point where we need liquid courage to address those needs. Sometimes it's fun to go out with your girlfriends and get excited about a toy and go to the shop together. That's a bonding experience. Sometimes it's feeling like you're ready to explode because your needs are so unmet that your body is overwhelming you with its desires. And it shouldn't take that much anxiety to be able to come into a store and just get yourself something to help you feel healthier. I would like to challenge people to notice ways to make new friends and socialize with new people, and then try and support those ways that help you build community outside of the bar. Because bars and dating apps aren't going to save us. But we can save ourselves by noticing community and investing in it, by not settling, and by remembering that the biggest community started with two people meeting and deciding to do something together. First step, go find somewhere to play and invite people to play with you. Respect each other. One of the rules, the only rule actually, for a specific hackerspace that I admire is be excellent to each other, with a parenthetical that you can always find a better way to be excellent to each other. Keep looking for it. This has been Tales from a Sex Store. I'm Hazel. Happy orgasms and mental hugs.